Good evening. I bring you greetings. You know why I have my reasons to not have talked about the Muslim ticket, but when I saw videos of millions of PVCs, permanent voters card, exhumed from the gutter, I became worried. When I remembered that Professor Mahmood is still the chairman of INEC, I became more worried. They told us the Electoral Act has been reviewed. Who knows what and what that is reviewed and what is not? We don't know yet. When I saw the comment of APC vice presidential candidate Shettima that Peter Obi can only become the Igbo president, that Nigeria is too big, I became more worried. If you buy a new car, a brand new car, and employ a very bad driver, your life is in danger. Now, note this point. The Electoral Act reviewed. Muslim ticket, no problem. Competence is what matters. I don't want to tell you about who is competent and who is incompetent. You already know. Now, consider 1993 and the personality of MKO Abiola, who the media always cite as an example that was no problem. Then consider the situation then. Yesterday, Professor Patu Tomi on Arise TV was discussing the personality of Chief MKO Abiola, who escorted him to a naming ceremony in London when he visited. Now, let's look at the political ideology of APC. APC practice Buharism. We've seen them for 7.5 years. Buharism is very simple. It's the political ideology of Buhari that presents exactly the opposite of his actual intention. I will just give you one example because I don't want to take much of your time. Then use that example to look at every other thing in his administration. Buhari told us in 2015 to 2014, 2015 that he is going to eradicate Boko Haram in 6 months. That Goodluck Jonathan is incompetent. Goodluck Jonathan don't have experience. He's not a military man. He don't have any experience. He don't fund the military. Now once he took office, now we see ISWAP was introduced. Ansaro was introduced. Fulani killer herdsmen was introduced. Fulani terrorists, they call them bandits, was introduced. And the numerous, that is how he eradicated Boko Haram. Now, take that to every other aspect of his administration. You know the agriculture he boasts of. If they ask him another thing, he's talking about agriculture, and I don't know what to talk about that because that thing gives me headache. Are you feeding right well there? Are you exporting rice? How much do you buy a bag of rice? Since all those rant and all those things. Okay, let's continue. Now we know the situation. I saw a write-up purportedly The poster said it was made by a notorious politician, Shivjo Igbokwe. Shivjo Igbokwe is a notorious politician. We all know. So he now listed how Christianity is the problem and not Islam. He said Christians own a church by themselves, manage the church and can hand over to their children, decide who is the pastor, who will do what. Then they own bank account and all that. He justified it with some records. Fine and good. That is not what we are talking about. You don't drink, you don't cure headache when you know that your headache is caused by the problem in your stomach. You first of all settle your stomach, then the headache will go. If you drink Panadol for your headache, then when the stomach aches, the headache continues. This is a very simple example. Now, I have not heard that a Christian or Christians go to a mosque and kill thousands of people. It is not Christianity or Christians that killed Deborah. It is not Christians that killed a redeemed Christian Church of God evangelism. A woman that was doing evangelism in Abuja. It was not Christian that killed her and left her in the pool of her blood. It is not Christian that are massacring people of Southern Kaduna. It is not a branch of Christianity that introduced Boko Haram. They killed and they say Allah, Allah Koba, that they are serving their Allah. Christians don't introduce jihad. Christians don't do all this. You know what the time is. And they tell you it doesn't matter. We know how Rufai criticized Goodluck Jonathan, said it is their right to criticize him even when he is doing good and getting everything right. That as opposition they have right to criticize and tell him that he's not doing it good. No problem about that. We've seen the role of Rufai since 2015. My brothers and sisters, all these killings, all this evil, how many of the Boko Haram has actually been, arrested in the recent, jailed, people that kill thousands. They move bill to empower them to, rehabilitate them and not. Ndume said he cannot do that, that it's not right in the right sense, that are they talking to human beings or animals, that these people kill millions of people, the people in the IDPs, there's no any provision for those people. They're not talking on how to address it. In Benue, people, oh my goodness. Just recently, they went to Owo, finished everybody in there. And this is the situation. This same group went to Abuja Kuje prison and rescued, shoot, ban. And even nobody was there when they did all that. They gave them chance after they finish whatever they want to do. They disappear. They dash into the forest. And as we are talking now, millions are in their captive. We've seen them give them money, take money to their camps. They know them. We've seen check what is the name? Gumi tell Arise presenters that they shouldn't address them as criminal, that they should respect them, that they don't kill anybody, they just kidnap, try to justify it. This is the situation we'll find ourselves. And we have Muslim ticket. Consider everything I tell you now and check what awaits. See, if this election must be free and fair, be it something different, Yakubu Mahmood should resign. Yakubu Mahmood should resign. This is the same man that we know declare elections inconclusive. When they see the winner, they declare election. This is the same election. This is the same man that was there. And Hope Uzodinma was imposed to Imo State. Hope Uzodinma, he took first position in that election. And who knows the magic they did, and he became the first. Who knows if all the election, the result they said they did not count. They counted it and we don't even know, and everybody accepted that. People don't sleep in Imo State right now. There is war in Imo State. The entire East now, the soldiers are there killing people, burning houses. I'm telling you honestly, right now, people don't sleep. And these guys, you see, when they are being transported to the south, thousands of them. You see, when they arrest them, the governor of Cross River State was screaming on top of his voice 2 years back. How the Fulani herdsmen, bandit, they arrested with guns, were discharged by the police. And a whole lot. This is the situation we find ourselves, and we have Muslim ticket. And even the personality of these people. Yakubu, Professor Yakubu Mahmood should resign. He should resign. This is the warning given to Dr. Goodluck Jonathan in 2015, 2014, 2015. He refused to sack Jega, Professor Jega. But I don't want to blame him because they came with war. They threatened with war, and he don't want to spill the blood of innocents. He just allowed them to play their game. They played their game, and it was party when he accepted defeat, and everybody know he saved lives. Now, Buhari has come and has been there. You've seen it all. Had he wasn't emerged. People will say, had he been, and they will still go back, and be playing their game, making the government ungovernable, like they said. The blood of baboon and monkeys, and all those things. And do you see that danger? Do you see Islamization? Do you see Fulani expansionism? Do you see that you will not have a voice? Do you see that when all this start, that rival groups will emerge from different angles? Do you see what is happening? Do you see what is ahead? Are you seeing what I'm saying? Anyway, the important thing now is that the INEC chairman should resign honorably, or there will be a consensus by all the aspirants of the presidential election to choose a person that will become INEC chairman. There will be a consensus that we choose INEC chairman first. Then we go to the poll and vote so that we can have a little faith before they start manipulating that new one. We will see how. We'll see what is going to happen. The election is not going to be free and fair. That is one thing. Dr. Peter Obi will win that election with millions of margin, but he might be denied the results, the actual results. And when he will be denied, or when the result is denied, they will still do, they have everything, and they have, okay, what are we talking about? Check about the appointment. They are all Muslim, or not a Muslim. Check every other aspect, and this is where we find ourselves. Remember in 1993, It was a kind of struggle to make sure that power is taken from the military, no matter how. That is the priority. And remember the personality of MKO Abiola first. Now the situation on ground. Be the judge. Thank you and God bless you. 15 minutes.